Logan Paul, you need to stop. What up, dudes? So there's this YouTuber called Logan Paul. He makes daily videos, and I just watched his most recent episode, and in that episode, he is sick, and he's talking about going to see a doctor to get some medication. He goes to the doctor, gets the medication, and then he says...
So he prescribed me with drugs. It means drugs.
This means drugs.
Yeah, but healthy drugs.
So he says, this means drugs, but healthy drugs. So that caught my attention. So I was like, okay. So you're calling prescription drugs healthy drugs, right. So I sort of just brushed that comment off, because he might have just meant healthy drugs as in it's gonna help him to get better. Then later in the video he says,
alright, yo, Lydia got me my drugs. No longer this could mean drugs, this means drugs. Again though, the good kind of drugs. Don't do drugs, kids, you will die. And that's a fact!
Again though, the good kind of drugs. Don't do drugs, kids, you will die, and that's a fact. That really triggered me for some reason because he is spreading misinformation and he's lying to his audience. That video already has 4 million views, so I'm probably the only person that even noticed and even cares enough to speak up about it. And I've never wanted to make a video about another YouTuber in this, like a negative light, but I feel like I'm the only person suitable to say something. So what Logan is essentially doing here is he's saying that prescription drugs that he got from his doctor are the only kind of safe drugs, and all other drugs are gonna kill you. So since Logan's stating it as a fact, I wanted to pull up some real facts. So 64,000 people died from prescription drugs in America in 2016. That's more than heroin, which killed 15,000 people, and cocaine, which only killed 14,500 people. Prescription drugs are a huge problem because everybody sees them as safe and healthy drugs because they're prescribed by a doctor. What they don't realize is that those doctors are being paid a lot of money to prescribe you those drugs by the people that make the drugs. So by Logan saying his prescribed drugs are harmless, he's actually lying. So here in California, where Logan Paul lives, weed is actually medically legal. It's recreationally legal too. Weed's used as a medicine, and weed hasn't killed anyone. By him saying that all other drugs will kill you, that's completely not true. Now, this probably wouldn't bother me so much if Logan didn't have such a massive following and have such a big influence on the internet. He has a lot of people that listen to what he says. If he's saying the same thing as the media says and as everyone else says, it could cause some harm. Like, people can overdose on pretty much all prescription pills. All prescription drugs people can die from, simply just by eating too much of it, which is the complete opposite effect of something like psychedelics, which you cannot overdose on. I like Logan. I think he's the most entertaining content creator on the internet right now. He's making some of the best videos, and he's really clever. He's a really smart guy. I just feel like he's young and isn't educated on the topic. So I hope that this video somehow reaches him and he can take my advice and do a bit more research. Prescription drugs aren't good, and the fact that he's promoting those and discrediting all other drugs is just really damaging, and he's just lying to his audience, which I don't appreciate because I am a drug YouTuber and this is kind of what I do. So when someone bigger than me speaks out and lies about substances, it's just helping fuel the complete idiotic war on drugs. So I'm glad that he is trying to take the moral high ground and say that and tell his audience drugs are bad, don't do them, but he's lying by saying that they will kill you. Prescription drugs will kill you, all other drugs probably not. I'm gonna end the video here instead of making it too long and long-winded. I want to get my opinion out there before it becomes irrelevant. Like, I watched that video this morning at like midday, and the sun's about to set. I've spent all day like thinking about what he said and like how dangerous it is. It just bothers me. Like, this whole thing bothers me. All this misinformation, like the stigma on drugs. And Logan's also a drinker. Alcohol kills more people than any other drug. Any one substance. Alcohol is the biggest one. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, except that Logan, be more smart. Like, do some more research, please, into these substances, and just understand that you're promoting the wrong ones. If you're gonna mention drugs at all in your vlogs, please just say that all drugs are bad, or all drugs are dangerous, instead of taking prescription ones out and saying they're the good ones and all the others are bad. Because that's just false. If you want, please share this video with Logan, tweet him. Hopefully he'll see it and actually take my advice. Okay, that's all from me. I'm not usually like this, so please don't unsubscribe just because of this one video. Alright, that is all from me. Bye-bye.